The Arizona podcast is brought to you by Giant Protective Coatings, a flooring company that specializes in epoxy flooring and concrete resurfacing systems. They speak Spanish, they're in the LA area, and they are an amazing company to work with. They have awesome customer service and they give you honest quotes with great work, and I couldn't recommend them enough. So if you use the promo code ArrowsUp, you get a 15% off on your next project. So call them, reach out to them. You can find them at on the internet, triumphcoatingsca.com, and you can request a free quote and all that fun stuff. You can follow them on Instagram, triumph_coatings, and they do speak Spanish and they do great work, like I said. So check them out. Promo code ArrowsUp, 15% off your next project. Welcome to the Arrows podcast, coming off of a not so wild card weekend where we had one good football game the entire weekend. That's it. Not a lot, just one. And so we'll go over them, and then I'll throw it to the pod that I recorded with David last week. And I have a letter to all the Shanny haters, all the Kyle Shanahan haters. I got a letter for you. So let's go through the games first. One, we start Chargers-Texans in a game that a lot of people were picking the Texans. Rex Ryan said that this was going to be a bye week for the Chargers, that Texans were going to be just an easy game to get through, and obviously D'Amico Ryans and the Texans took that and used that as fuel, and they beat the Chargers handedly. Now, it didn't start that way. It was a very close game up until the second part of the first half, where the Texans scored 10 points in a minute, and all of a sudden from there the game flipped 32-12. And the story of the game, Herbert, 4 picks, 1 pick six. Now, 2 of those weren't his fault, but at the end, not everyone's going to remember that. He didn't look great, and he was throwing the ball way too hard all the time. Had no touch. And the Chargers defense that played solid, had played really good throughout the regular season, just nowhere to be found. And the Texans advance. They play Kansas City on Saturday night. The second game on Saturday, Ravens-Steelers, in a game where the Steelers didn't not show up. A game where you're trying to make a case for Mike Tomlin to get fired. This would be in the highlight reel that you would show. The Steelers were punked. They were the softer team. They didn't show up to play. They reminded me of the Dolphins in the cold, where they weren't interested in playing that game on Saturday. And the Ravens cruise 28-14. And now they play the Bills. And then Buffalo took care of business against Bo Nix and the Broncos, who Bo Nix had probably the perfect start to that game, and it was all downhill from there. 31 unanswered, and Buffalo advances. Jordan Love looked awful in his game versus the Eagles. Now, Hurts didn't look all that great, but we're not going to criticize Jalen Hurts when he's the guy that won. We're not going to do that. Other people will do that, but we're not going to do that because that is idiotic. Jordan Love played awful, 3 picks, and Josh Jacobs, the only bright spot for the Packers in that performance as the Eagles advance. In the game of the first round, the Commanders at the Bucks, the Commanders offense converted when they had to, when they needed, and they pulled off the win versus the Bucks as they advance. And the Rams today, Sam Darnold back-to-back games where he looked awful. Maybe he just maybe he's Sam Darnold of old, and maybe all this talk of he's better than Purdy and we should pay him. Someone's going to pay him $50 million and yada, yada, yada. And the Vikings should trade J.J. McCarthy and blah, blah, blah. Maybe pump the brakes, huh? Maybe you let Sam Darnold go and test free agency, and you're the Vikings. You see what you got with J.J. McCarthy before you sign your life away to Sam Darnold over the next few years. And so that's where we're at. Next week we have Texans-Chiefs on Saturday, Commanders-Lions Sunday, Rams-Eagles, Ravens-Bills. Full breakdown, full preview on Friday's pod. So stay tuned for that. Now, watching these playoffs and watching everything that's unfolded as a 49er fan, because obviously I watch this with that lens, or through that lens as a 49er fan. Two things. Purdy and his agent, whoever that is, must be ecstatic after watching some of this quarterback play over this weekend. John Lynch and the 49er brass has to be just on the phone trying to get a deal done like today. Because the longer this goes and the worse these quarterbacks look, the better Purdy comes out looking. Because you look at these games, and Herbert, who is kind of going through a rough patch, is in this position of, second playoff game and maybe this, maybe that, but Purdy never looked that bad in a playoff game. You look at the Steelers and Russ or, Fields, whoever, Purdy's better than that. The Broncos, you take Purdy over Bo Nix. Jordan Love, who was everybody's, favorite quarterback, and he's the next guy. The Packers got another guy. Oh, man, give, Jordan Love all this money because he had a good 6-7 games of the season. I don't know. I take Purdy over him. Commanders and the Bucks. Baker. Now, mind you, Baker probably has the best contract out of any one of these guys at 30-something million. But still, you're Purdy. You say, well, I'm better than that guy, and that guy's in the playoffs. And then Sam Darnold, who some people were like, yeah, I'd take Sam Darnold over Purdy right now. Then I should go and try to get Sam Darnold. Purdy has to be looking at that, and his agent has to be looking at that and just saying cha-ching, because he's going to get paid, because the quarterback play around the NFL is not all that great. And you could say, well, Purdy isn't Allen, and he isn't Lamar, and he isn't, he isn't one of those guys. He isn't Mahomes. He isn't C.J. Stroud. And we can give you that. But also Purdy has made a Super Bowl, and none of those guys have. And that's where we're at. You look at Jalen Hurts, who didn't look all that great yesterday. And you think, I think Purdy's better than Jalen Hurts. It's a big winner, Purdy. But the biggest winner of this weekend, Kyle Shanahan. And my letter to the Shanahan haters. Dear Shanahan hater, whether you're a 49er fan or not, and if you're a 49er fan who wants Shanny out, I've said it before, you're an idiot. But this letter's for you. Dear Kyle Shanahan hater, you told me the Shanahan needs to get fired. You told me Shanahan is not who he says he is. You told me Kyle Shanahan is overrated. Well, I saw 6 football games this weekend. And in the 6 football games, I saw a Jim Harbaugh, who every 49er fan was telling me that, oh, Jim is better than Kyle, and oh, when Jim was here, we would win, and blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're going to see Jim, he's going to go and he's going to win over there, and he's going to go and beat the Texans, and they're going to surprise the Chiefs. And by the end of that Texans game, even Jim Harbaugh was like, am I sure Herbert is the guy? Jim Harbaugh, who had no answer for the Texans defense. Jim Harbaugh, who couldn't figure out a way to get an extra blocker, bring in an extra tight end, maybe leave J.K. Dobbins or one of your fullbacks to pick up a blitzer. I don't know. Give your quarterback a little extra time to throw. Couldn't figure that out. I don't know. Jim Harbaugh, we sure he's better than Kyle Shanahan? I saw Mike Tomlin, who he showed up to Baltimore against his arch nemesis, and we had the video of Ray Lewis and Ben Roethlisberger, and they're selling us this game, the best rivalry in football, and blah, blah, blah. This game's always physical. They don't like each other. And I saw Mike Tomlin team show up into Baltimore and roll over. And I don't know about you, but the 49ers over the last few weeks, when the games didn't matter, I saw a 49er team inspired to play for Kyle Shanahan. I saw a 49er team on a Monday night versus the Lions with nothing to play. I saw these guys go out there and ball. I saw Bosa with an oblique injury. Not saying, well, I'm going to shut it down because I don't feel good. And you know what? These games don't matter. I saw him play. Fred Warner, who's had a fractured ankle, just doesn't shut it down when the season's over and we're eliminated. He keeps going. Kyle Shanahan, say what you will, just doesn't get that performance from his team. His team shows up for him. So I'm supposed to believe Mike Tomlin is better than Kyle Shanahan? I don't know. 3. Sean Payton. Sean Payton is Sean Payton, he's going to build his offense for Bo Nix, and Sean Payton, what a call by Sean Payton. I heard Tony Romo give all the credit to Sean Payton in that first drive. And then I saw the rest of the game, and the Broncos would run up the gut on first and second down and then force their rookie quarterback to throw and figure things out on third down. That guy is better than Kyle Shanahan? That guy? Whose game plan against the Bills on the road with a rookie quarterback is run it up the gut, gain 1 or 2 yards on first and second down, and have third and long over and over again in Buffalo? That guy is better than Kyle Shanahan? I don't think so. LaFleur. Yeah, LaFleur. Who everybody's like, LaFleur, what a coach. Oh, my God, this guy, his inside runs. Did you see what he did versus the 49ers? Did you see all the plays he called? The way Josh Jacobs is running up and down. Oh, my God. That guy who couldn't unlock the Eagles' defense with slow linebackers, who couldn't unlock the Eagles' defense, whose pass rush isn't what it used to be. That guy is better than Kyle Shanahan, who couldn't figure out a way to make his offense work when he has supposedly, we are told, the Packers are deep at wide receiver. Well, where were all those wide receivers? Where were they? Reed? Couldn't find them. Romeo Dobbs? Still looking for him. Christian Watson goes down, but guess what? Christian Watson has been injured the last 2 years. That guy's better than Kyle Shanahan? I'm supposed to believe him? Where he's gone to the playoffs and he's lost more than he's won? he's given this quarterback that everyone's like, oh yeah, Jordan Love is the next guy. He has to be in the top 15. Oh, he's way better than Brock Purdy. He's way better. And he falls flat on his face in Philadelphia. LaFleur is better than Kyle Shanahan? We sure about that? I don't think so. Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is a defensive coach, defensive minded. What a great mind defensively. Todd Bowles, his defense, blah, 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 blah. The Bucs heading into the playoffs, they hadn't allowed more than 9 points in the second half over the last 3 games. And they got diced up by a rookie quarterback over and over and over again, where they were in zone defense over and over again, and they were getting diced up. They didn't adjust to changing it to man. They didn't adjust to the different runs that Daniels was throwing at him. And he got diced up and cooked over and over again by an offense that, frankly, he should have stopped if he is this guru on defense. And so these are the 6 coaches that we saw. 5. I got one more, actually. And finally, Kevin O'Connell, KOC, everyone's favorite coach. Oh, KOC, he's so good. Man, this guy got Sam Darnold, and he just figured it out, man. He's a guru. Because the Vikings are so well coached because, man, Kevin O'Connell, what a guy. Kevin O'Connell, who came up under Sean McVay, who, did to Kevin O'Connell today what Bill Belichick did to Sean McVay in that Super Bowl, where he just pantsed him and pointed at him and she's like, look at this guy. He thinks he can coach with me. McVay was phenomenal today, and he ran a perfect game plan. The Minnesota blitzed every single time on the first drive of the Rams, and the Rams made them pay for it over and over again. And you know what that resulted in? It resulted in Brian Flores and Kevin O'Connell getting scared because they said, well, if he's going to kill us every time we blitz, then we're not going to blitz. And what ended up happening? Well, they put McVay said, well, we're gonna make Sam Darnold beat us. We don't think Sam Darnold can beat us. We're going to force him to beat us. And we were told Kevin O'Connell had fixed Sam Darnold, and Kevin O'Connell had this and that. And at the end, we saw Kevin O'Connell with the same look that every coach that has had Sam Darnold have, with the look of like, what the hell are you doing, bro? Throw the ball. Kevin O'Connell, who didn't know that he needed to hurry up and that he was down, that he needed to rush. Kevin O'Connell kept giving the ball to Aaron Jones even though the Rams defense had stopped the run. And it was time to pass. You're down 18 late in the third quarter. Kevin O'Connell, who coached under Sean McVay, shout out to Cotto for this one, and never went shotgun and did play action on the shotgun like McVay does, like Kyle Shanahan does. Kevin O'Connell, who everyone's like, oh, he should win Coach of the Year. Oh, what a job, Kevin O'Connell. This guy, in a neutral field, mind you, because everything that's going on in LA, the Rams couldn't even play in their own home field. In a neutral field in Arizona, where there was more Vikings fans than there was Rams fans, Kevin O'Connell got exposed in front of everybody. And so you can say whatever you want about Kyle, chokes, can't win the big one, even though he's made it Super Bowl several times. You can say, oh, he can't come back, even though he came back last year twice in the playoffs. And you can say all that. Kyle Shanahan does not get out-coached the way Kevin O'Connell got out-coached and sunned today. And so you want to tell me that Kyle Shanahan isn't all that great. He should get fired and blah, blah, blah. My question to you, we just saw 6 coaches. My question to you is who is replacing him? Because even of the teams that have moved on, even of those teams, D'Amico Ryans, a lot of energy. Love the energy. Give me Kyle Shanahan. In the Commanders, Kyle Shanahan versus Dan Campbell, or Kyle Shanahan, or I guess the Lions, not the Commanders, versus Dan Campbell, and Campbell's a leader of men and this, that, and the other. I think we forgot that last year in the playoffs, Dan Campbell cost the Lions the win by being way too aggressive and not knowing just how to coach a game and just going one speed. And the great coaches don't just go one speed; they are able to manage the game. Dan Quinn, kumbaya in Washington, awesome, but he should have lost. He should have lost versus the Bucks. Sirianni, who has this guy reading a book because he doesn't get the ball. Kyle Shanahan doesn't have that happen. Because when Brandon Ayuk didn't want to block, he was in the doghouse. And once he was on board, guess what? He was blocking, and Brandon Ayuk had his best season. So if you want to tell me Kyle Shanahan isn't all that, well, I got to tell you, you're stupid. You're an idiot. And to anybody that wants to come and talk to me about Kyle Shanahan, I'm ready. As his lawyer, I'm ready to defend him and go to court. Signed, a Kyle Shanahan fan, 49er fan. Here's my podcast with David. Here we go.
Bueno.
What's going on?
I gotta adjust the, like it's loose, one little screws on the mic stand, so
So you got a knife. You got a butter knife, huh?
yeah, just I didn't have a screwdriver nearby. It's like it's somewhere in the house, and I'm in the kitchen, so I'm like, all right, and it's like the flathead screwdriver. It's not the regular one, so I'm like, a butter knife will do,
We're in the year 2025, and you've resorted back to.
Hey, sometimes the Stone Age stuff, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
I guess that's
like I said. Hey, flathead screwdriver, butter knife, same thing in my book,
book. Let me see that book.
Just gotta prepping some tea right here. Sorry, so I'm running a little behind. I was prepping some tea.
Man, I was not expecting the butter knife this early,
dude. That's a quick fix. If it wasn't the butter knife, it would have been I had like a pocket knife somewhere in my room.
Yeah,
So I'm like, all right, a knife, But lemon ginger tea. So let's see how this goes. And organic agave.
You prefer agave over honey?
It's what we had, so
Oh, okay.
And
honey, yeah.
2 birds, 1 stone. Since I got the agave in my tea and my butter knife, I can use this to stir the tea. So.
There you go. Get the iron from the screw of the
from the music stand and the knife, and just put it into my bloodstream.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get you that rusty metallic taste that we all love in tea.
There you go.
Can't drink tea without the metallic taste, so that's great.
I didn't know the button was gonna have that kind of effect on you, Jer. That's nice. I like that.
Well, I didn't think that's what like. I just look up and you're just like twisting away.
All you see is like just like
Okay.
blade, like just like yeah, like
Well, all right, man. We're going for it. We're going for it.
oh, nice, nice. Oh, oh,
So it's our first part of the year. Um.
our first pod together. You've been putting in that work. You know,
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
been
yeah,
out
yeah,
here.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Us together. Um.
there are rumors that I had been let go, but no, I'm still here, baby, in the
I
flesh.
said
So,
I said you weren't fired. I didn't.
bro, I was dying. I was like,
I didn't.
oh.
I didn't. I said I didn't fire you. That's what
I
I
was like
said.
Kevin Hart when he's with Mayweather in the ice baths, and he's like, hold on now, hold
Right.
on. I'm like, like, hey, relax, like you know. Oh man, 2025. Here we are,
Um. How late do people tell you what's the cutoff for you for Happy New Year?
bro. January 2nd. Let's keep it moving.
Okay.
Yeah, because
All right.
no, we're we're yeah, we're getting into it because yeah, man, I was at work that day, and okay,
The first?
January, no, the second, you know,
Okay.
and so okay, that's like my thing where it's like the second is like all right, but I get why people say it at that point because it's also the first time I've seen them close to January 1st. But dude, I was at work yesterday and I was getting the Happy New Year's, and I'm like, what are we doing? So for those, I'm like, yeah, come on, it's time is resumed. Like we're back to normal. Like I
Yeah.
know we've been doing like the weigh-ins for a little competition, and
Yeah. You're like the trees put down already. The lights are
yeah,
out. That's it.
exactly, exactly. You know, you've probably like any clothes you got for Christmas, you probably worn already to church a couple times, maybe, or like out for for dinner. You know, I already wore my
Right.
new Carhartt that my sister got me. That's it.
There you go.
I wore it on New Year's Eve. You know, I was
Yeah.
styling. So, but yeah, time ceases to exist in that space between Christmas and New Year's.
Hmm.
Like for me, I don't know. I'm sure for you it was the same, but like for me, all diets were like out the window. Like
Oh yeah.
someone brought cookies to the phone. Oh, I'm having cookies.
Yeah.
Calories did not exist. It was just it is what it is, you know. But now that
Yeah.
bro,
It's
I went out and did some shopping, like some grocery shopping, like on Sunday, and I was like, all right, I'm back
I'm
to business
back.
here.
Yeah.
Regularly scheduled programming as far as like my routine is concerned, as far with reaching goals, like so getting back to that grind of getting those goals. So yeah, when I'm getting like Happy New Year, like days after January 2nd, I'm like, bro, like that's disgusting. No, thank
Yeah.
you. Like so I'm also not a big like I got Merry Christmas after Christmas,
What?
like after Christmas Day, and I'm like, no, like,
Really?
yeah, just
Okay. I've never heard of that one.
dude, yeah, that one, you know, but it's like from one point of view, like I get it because I've seen friends that I haven't maybe seen in a while in those days
Hmm.
between Christmas and New Year's Day, and it's like it's that time that people refer to like as the holidays. Oh, like the holidays are going on. How was your holiday?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, I get why you're throwing that out there because it's like we're still in that like the radius. There's a radius clause for Christmas, and it's like we're still in there. But yeah, it was just kind of
Yeah.
weird. I was like, bro, Christmas was like 2 days ago. It's the 27th. We can stop right now with that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's super weird. That's a weird.
yeah.
That's a
I'm
weird thing.
assuming for you, like getting like the Happy New Year's after New Year's is like pretty normal? Like I'm sure some coworkers told you when you were back at work, "Hey, Happy New Year!" Like
Yeah,
like Debbie in
to
the next
me,
cubicle, like whoever,
yeah, to me the cutoff is the fifth.
the fifth.
Because you might run into some people. Anything after that, like that doesn't that shouldn't be a greeting.
It's like last time I was like, "Bro, you're 3 days late, bro. What are you doing? Like, just
Yeah, yeah,
stop,
bro.
Like, just
Yeah, yeah, but people like run with that, bro. People
yeah,
like
no, yeah, it's
Happy New Year, and you're just like, yeah, I guess so. Like,
which like yeah, like I say it back, like I'm like yeah, sure, I'm like cool, but it's like I'm not gonna be like, you know, so
it's like the people that like
it's
if
just
you have to
yeah.
give someone your birthday, like on your birth month, and it's been like 2 weeks after your birthday, like, oh,
Happy
what's
belated
your birthday?
birthday, and it's like, bro,
And it's like,
like
oh, my birthday is January, whatever. And they're like, oh, you had a birthday this month. Happy birthday. And you're just like,
it's
thank
like,
you.
bro, that
Like,
that expired
like,
three
what are you
weeks ago.
doing?
Yeah,
Like, like, what is that, bro? Like, just let it be.
I
Like, oh,
I think we touched on this, like, but like the whole like birthday month, like it's my birthday month. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not a thing. Let's not do that. Can we leave
you're lucky.
that in
You're lucky
2024?
you get a day. No,
Bro,
we can't.
it's not. I know, but yeah. Even birthday
Yeah.
week, I'm like, oh, I'm like, calm down,
I
bro.
think women could get away with that. Um,
Yeah,
it's acceptable, but when a dude is like super excited for his birthday,
we're
it's
like,
like,
chill out, bro. Chill out,
mm,
relax.
like, I don't know, man.
I think it's because you and I feel the same way about birthdays, like how we were saying, like where it's like I like celebrating my friends' birthdays, but as far as my birthday, it's like, bro, just tell me
Yeah,
happy birthday, a little piece of cake, a nice meal,
and
and
that's
that's
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
yeah. No,
But
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah, man.
Um, so over the holidays, a lot of stuff gets broken, calories, things like that, and
Right.
it is also interesting. Just like if you have time off at all during that time, how your entire you don't really rest.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of just like I went back to work after being out a few days. Like I do not feel refreshed at all. And it's not like I went anywhere. I was home for the most part, but I'm like, man, I feel tired. And it's just
Yeah.
the holidays is not the time to rest. It's what I'm gathering from just my brief time here on this earth. Uh, it's just you're just exhausted all the time
Yeah.
because and then you plan events for no reason. Like there's just like, oh, we just got to get together. Why? It's just just got to have a Christmas themed gathering, like for no other reason, just because it's like Christmas is around the corner, and you're like, really? Like, yeah, you just got to get together, man. Like, you just got to stay up really
Yeah.
late to hang out with people, and like,
And eat like ridiculous amounts of food and just
yeah, it's like I don't know, like I've had a bunch of cookies over the last 2 weeks,
yeah, a bunch
and
of
it's
bro. I
just
had a
like,
bunch of yeah, bunch of
and
hot
it's
chocolate.
crazy because the self control in like now is like impeccable. You put a plate of cookies, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago,
I
those
mean the whole
cookies are
plate. Yeah,
yeah,
like just I like where's your plate, bro? Like that's mine. You know?
it's insane. It's insane. Just the
Yeah,
mindset
dude.
of the last 2 weeks of the year.
It's scary. It's like, for us big guys, like it's kind of scary to think, but like those couple weeks that it was like Christian, like it was like looking in like at like my past self for like how I would like normally. No, seriously, like it like just
Yeah. Right, right, right.
like we're getting mashed potatoes like and pasta. Like dang, I'm getting second servings of that and whatever the
Yeah.
main entree is. But yeah, all those starchy sides. Oh, are you, bro? Christmas Eve. I, my uncle brought. Did we do a pod in between at all? Christmas and we didn't, right?
No. No.
Dude, my uncle showed up with okay, so mommy tamales. My brother made some birria, and then it's funny, we went from having like no desserts to having a plethora of desserts, right? It's the
Mhm.
plethora based on where we started, but I remember asking my dad like the night before or 2 days before. I was like, what's for postre? What are we doing? Like what's and my dad looked at me and he's kind of like, I have no idea. I didn't get anything. So I was like, all right. So I when I was at the grocery store, I had the little I bought the surtido cookies, like the assorted like Mexican cookies,
Right, 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 right.
because my dad loves those. He's the kind of guy that like just at any point throughout the year, he just busts out the box of surtido cookies. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this for pops. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the hero and be like, oh, no dessert, like what? And then like just bust it out, like bam, I brought. So I got that, and
You
then
were gonna save Christmas
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah, because
cookies.
we had the entrees, but I was like, we need some, something sweet after for the cafecito and the hot chocolate and the champagne and
Right,
all that.
right.
And so after Christmas Eve service, I texted you guys, oh, Christmas Eve service is done for me. I'm heading out. I
Yeah,
show
yeah.
up and my dad actually ended up last minute buying like a pecan pie, which I love pecan pie. So I'm like, okay, so he brought something. Dang, I was like, all right. So I still haven't busted out the cookies yet. I was like, I'm gonna save
Yeah.
them at this point. And then my sister brought just like regular, like just like like the assorted like chocolate chip M&M and like other cookies. And then my
Yeah.
uncle showed
Yeah.
up, and my uncle loves like sweets too. He's insane.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
he's got diabetes, but he'll be like slurping down Mountain Dew and he's ridiculous. But he
Right.
brought a box of donuts, like just straight up. And so I was like, dang. So we got donuts, we got cookies, we got pecan pie. Which if you've ever looked into pecan pie, it's like it's terrible for you. Like it's like underneath like the nuts, it's just like this goop of like just sugar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
had that, and then mom had champurrado too, and then I also just bought more hot chocolate just to have. And so I was like, dang, I was like, I kind of have too many options now, and I was like, all right, so yeah, bro, I knocked out like two cookies myself. I busted out the cookies. Christmas Day, I had the pie. So I was just, like I said, like I'm like this was like David of old. This is like 2023
Yeah.
David
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
resurfaced for
Right.
one final time in 2024 because we've been good most of the year. Like hey, half a
And you're
donut.
like, I'll see you in
Yeah.
December 2025, 2023, David. I'll see you for your
yearly
yearly.
checkup with yearly checking with me. I'm like, oh my gosh, so it's so. And on top of that, we also just had like just when my brother was finishing up or actually we were waiting for my mom because my mom worked Christmas Eve for like a short shift.
Yeah.
We were waiting for her, and so we still hadn't dug into the tamales and everything else. But I was like, well, we need some botanas, some chips or something to snack on. So of
Yeah.
course, I bought some hot Cheetos, as one does. Hot Cheetos, Doritos. We had sour cream. Just we're watching TV.
Right.
So I
Right.
had like two plates of like all the chips before my uncle showed up with the donuts, and then I had a donut, and then I
Yeah.
had tamales and all that, and then I washed it down with another donut.
There you go.
Look at you. You're cheesing over here, dude. You're just praying on my
I'm
downfall.
just I was just like you,
You're like,
man.
I'm there with you, bro. You're like, oh, dude.
Dude,
And it was rough,
yeah.
man. And just, oh. Have you seen that movie? Crap, what's it called? I'm blanking on the name, but it's like a biopic of Vinny Paz, the boxer, with Miles Teller.
No.
It was an okay movie. It was it was alright. Miles Teller does a
Yeah.
cool job as the Vinny Paz. But if you know his story, he had like an accident during his career and like almost broke his neck, and he had the option to get a surgery to fuse his neck because they were like, you might not ever walk again if you don't make the right decision and like adhere to a nice program to get you back into shape. So the option was like fuse your neck and there's a higher chance that you'll walk, but boxing is like out the window.
What is it?
Or
Bleed for this?
yes, yeah, bleed for this. That's the one. Or if you don't fuse your neck and you want to just try to let it heal naturally by being one of those like he's like wearing like a cage, like he's like literally screwed into his skull, and it's like you have to sit in this position for like a certain amount of like months. Don't move. It's a whole thing. It's crazy. He was in a
Right.
big car accident, and he thought, well, he's like, I want to try to fight again. Like I'm not gonna just be confined to like fusing my neck and then just walking. I'm not gonna settle for just walking. So he's like just chilling, and then like against doctor's orders, he like starts like lifting weights while he's like still like in like that cage thing. It's crazy. But he's talking
Yeah.
to like his trainers because everyone's giving him the whole like, hey man, like it's over for you as far as like fighting. Like that's the best part of your career. Like your career's over. It's done. Give it
Hmm.
up. And he's like, no, man. But there's a part in the movie where he's like, I could go that route of just settling for fusing my neck, walking, just. But he tells his trainer, he's like, you want to know what scares me about like quitting? And he's like, what? He's like, it's that it's so easy once you just settle for like mediocrity. But when I was like having those moments of just like eating, I'm like, damn, bro, it's so simple to just dive into like being a big bag pretty much and just eating whatever's in sight. It's insane, dude. I don't like it. It's terrifying.
Right. Yeah. No, I think it's
I'm sure you saw because like it's just the assortment of like oh appetizers and sides and then this and that. And everyone's bringing cookies and just I baked this. I have
yeah.
some. And then if you turn it away, you're like, oh, how dare you? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
For
rough,
so
man.
like one of the things that I tried to do this holiday season, the killer was at home because at home we just like had a bunch of treats for whatever reason. But like Christmas Eve, my mom made uh, tamales and menudo, and so
Nice.
I took down some menudo, like three bowls, and some some tamales. Got some beans that she made, uh, frijoles puercos. I some chips. There wasn't this. There was like this what type of cake? It was like a red velvet cake,
Oh,
and it
okay.
was it was okay. It was whatever. Uh, the next day we go to Stephanie's family's house, and there the food wasn't that great, but they had desserts.
Oh,
So carrot cake that was like really
nice.
good.
Yeah, just
They had this like churro cheesecake that was
oh,
whatever, but you have to try it because it's a churro
because of the name.
cheesecake.
Yeah, it's just yeah. Even just cheesy by
Um,
itself, I'm like, I'm yours.
some other kind of cheesecake that I'm like, well, I have to eat that.
You're like, I'm
Some
here now. Like
cupcakes,
this. Yeah.
and if you know me, I love cupcakes, and I just love to like tear them apart and then turn them inward, where you get the frosting in the middle, and it's like a sandwich.
Oh, okay. I've
Yeah,
never.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Let me show you how to
You learn
eat
something
a
new every
cupcake.
day. Because
Yeah,
I thought you were
yeah,
just gonna go the route of like Seinfeld top of the muffin to you. Like, oh, I'm
yeah.
like, oh yeah, the
No,
top.
no.
But then you're like, no, 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 you flip. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so you cut the bottom of it and then you put the top inward and it's like a sandwich. So the frosting
Oh,
is in the middle. It's amazing. It's amazing.
that's
Um,
oh my
yeah,
gosh. Oh
that's how
my
you
god.
eat a cupcake.
Wow.
So
Germ putting us on 2025.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I'm just like, bro, like this is ridiculous. And then Stephanie gets sick. I'm taking care of her. Abigail, my sister drops by. She's like, hey, I'm in the area. Uh, I'm at Chris's. You want a burger? And I'm like,
Oh,
yeah. Give me a double cheeseburger. No fries. Just the burger. Because I'm like, I need to.
right. You need something. You gotta
I'm like,
salvage
I
some
need
kind of
to
like
like, yeah,
reel it in
yeah,
here. Like you gotta yeah.
right. Yeah,
You're like
exactly.
yeah,
This game
bro.
is
Like
getting this game is
2023
getting
is
away
like
from
the
us. We
it's
need a
like
timeout here, guys.
bro.
Regroup. I'm like
Your former
Belichick.
self is like lurking around the corner with like a hood on. He's like, "Oh, I'm coming back, baby." You're like, dude.
I'm like Belichick, just rounding everybody up in the Falcon Super Bowl, just like you got to do your job, and I'm
Oh
just
my
kind of
god.
like
He's like,
just
"Hey, hey."
Brady, just like
Oh.
laser focus, championship play, and I'm just
Edelman,
like,
so Edelman's like, you gotta believe. You got someone's like, you gotta believe, and you're like, bro, what? What's going on here? Like,
yeah, I'm fighting for my life. Shout
oh.
out to R. Kelly. I'm just like fighting for my life, just like okay, no fries, just a
Oh
burger,
man,
no fries.
you're like, if anything, give me two burgers, just more protein. Forget the fries, like just
Yeah, so I get double cheeseburger. That's Friday. Saturday rolls around, and I there's this so where I used to live, well, where I live, not where I used to live, where I live, there was a Rallies like right there, my entire
right.
life. And very recently, I realized the Rallies is gone, and there's some like chicken place now.
Okay,
And I'm like, well, I've been wanting to try that chicken place for a while.
of course, of course.
I go to CVS. I buy some medicine. I'm on my way home. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get some chicken because why not? So I
It's
buy some
chicken. You love
chicken,
chicken, yeah.
buy some chicken tenders,
Some
and there I
sausage to
get the
dip it in, of
meal.
course.
Chicken, yeah, yeah.
Of
Just
course.
dude. It was delicious. It was really good, really good.
Dang,
Um,
man.
Next time you come, we got to go there. We got to go to Jollibee, but
Jollibee.
uh,
I've been waiting on Jollibee. True, true.
that place was good, man. I got Stephanie a plate, um, and so as I'm going home, uh, shout out to Eliza because you guys knew Stephanie was sick. Eliza's like, hey, I dropped off some Taco Bell for you. I left it at your doorstep,
Oh,
and I'm like, oh my god. And so I always get the box. I get the box
right,
of
right. The yeah, whatever the deluxe box is. Yeah.
yeah. So he brings me the whole box, and I'm like, damn it, man. Like, so now I'll have chicken tenders, fries, and I'm like, oh, dude, this
Assortments of
is
beef and cheese in the form of Taco Bell, delicious Taco Bell. Just whether it's
the
a
day
crunchy
before.
shell, a chalupa. Oh,
Well, the day before when I'm like, no fries, throw that out the window. I should have had the damn fries because it didn't matter at this moment.
right, right, yeah, dude.
So,
Bro, on New Year's Eve, I man, earlier that day, I got together with KB and we and his older brother. His older brother was visiting from Hawaii, so we were jamming on some music. We recorded some some stuff in his living room just like for content.
right. Yeah.
And all I had there was he had like a Dr. Pepper, like a zero sugar Dr. Pepper, like a cherry one. I'm sipping on that. And then I went to Cambria to get together with another buddy, a producer friend of mine, and just worked on some stuff. Later that night, I'm getting together with the boys, Trevor, Uzi,
Right.
and so we're gonna go out and eat, maybe then go to our other friend's house because he was house sitting for his parents. I fasted all day, like just like 0 calorie intake, just because I thought, because I know I'm gonna break the fast. I am gonna break the fast at some
Of
point.
course,
But
of
at that point, I'm
course.
thinking like I've done like bro, because like, we went. They have like a downtown thing, like a downtown park celebration where it's like they do like the East
Yeah,
Coast countdown, for the the
right, right.
people that go to bed early.
Of
They
course.
had they had a live band, they had food trucks, all that jazz. And so we met up there, and I got there at like 8. Still haven't eaten yet. I'm feeling good, you know.
Yeah,
I'm all dressed up, got my new Carhartt. Shout out to my sis, nice little button up, you know. It's like if
yeah.
I said like Sunday morning David, you know what I mean? Like just
Right, right,
like
right.
like wave to hermano here and hermano there. Hey, get
Yeah.
that? What's up?
You're like Spicy Adams after his haircut.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, so I'm doing that. I'm like, y'all be easy now, So and we do end up eating at a restaurant. There's a restaurant that had like outdoor patio seating. I get a cubano and some fries, and I had like an Angry Orchard. So I'm thinking, all right, this is a nice little meal. I'm breaking the fast, a little treat, a cubano with some fries.
Right.
And I thought that was that. I thought, you know, and then so we went to our friend's house, and he had, I mean, I did it to myself, my former self. I bought bags of chips to take to the to the function,
Yeah.
but he had like an enormous bowl of like some kind of like a 7 layer dip. Like you buy it at the store. It's like beans, cheese, guac, like Bro, I had the whole bag of hot Cheetos, like a party size bag.
Gee.
Party size
Woo.
bag. A few guys had like a few little, little, but
It was all you.
it was the wee hours of the morning, and like I was at the bottom of the bag, like pouring it in some, bro. Just so I said, well, there goes that almost 24-hour fast, bro. For what? Like, who am I fooling, bro?
Bro,
Just, dude. And on top of that, like, bro, Trevor
I'm
bought
with
these
you.
little, like, he bought these little. I guess Mountain Dew makes like the hard soda in a can. One's like different flavors, and I'm like, dude, these are. It tastes just like soda, like the Mountain Dew. I'm like, bro. At that point, I didn't even read the label. I was like, it doesn't even matter how many calories. Like, I'm like you with the fries. Like, I should have had the fries. Like, it didn't matter. Like, just I'm over here trying to do like the math and like the calories. I'm like, bro, stop, stop.
Yeah. So okay, so then I'm eating the Taco Bell. Right. My
Shout out to
sister
Elijah,
called.
man.
Yeah, shout out to Cotto.
That's just,
Uh,
yeah.
my sister calls and she's like, "Hey, I made a Stephanie a caldo. Can I drop it off?" I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." She's just 70's asleep. I'm watching football. They show up. We're hanging out. I'm eating. I'm trying to go through the Taco Bell, the chicken tenders. Stephanie left her like chicken tenders because she wasn't feeling good. And so I'm looking, I'm like, dude, I have to eat all this food. This is insane. So Agent shows up, and I told Agent, I'm like, hey, bro, try
Bro, help me
those,
out,
try
bro.
that
Come on,
chicken.
like,
And Agent's like, all right. And he eats it. He's like, bro, this is really good. I'm like, I know that chicken is good. So I'm telling him about the chicken. So he takes care of that. Thankful for that.
cool, cool.
And then he's like, oh, I made some meat. I brought you some. And I'm like, bro,
Oh,
what the
what kind of
heck?
meat?
It was like diced up steak. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah,
But it was good. It was good. So I eat it, and it's like with the side of avocado, and I'm like, bro, this is like the healthiest thing I've ate in the
yeah.
last
Right.
like week or so. Just the meat and the
Just the meat
avocado.
itself. Yeah.
The problem is I have like added it to like this Taco Bell, these chicken tenders, the burger from last night,
Hmm.
and so I wake up on Sunday, and I'm just like, this needs to stop, man. Like
You're like, what have I done, dude? You're
I feel awful, like sluggish. We go to church, come back home, and
I feel it in my clothes a little bit. I'm like, dang, I was starting to feel good in my
yeah,
clothes and just like a little
70's
bit
like,
tighter
man,
now. Like,
like I want a burger. No,
and
like,
you're like, I don't
yeah,
like.
I'm like, of course you do. So we get burgers. So I get another, and it's not, and so it's just
And here's the thing,
so much. Yeah,
like, if this is like September and Stephanie asked for a burger, you're like, cool, we'll get you a burger. Like, I'll like, Like if you're on that path of like I've
Yes,
already eaten my
yes.
meal, it's easy
You
to
get your
turn it
burger.
down.
I'll get a grilled chicken
Okay,
sandwich.
exactly. But because you're already down that hole and it's December, you're like, well, what's the harm? And you're like,
Yeah. It's not so much what's the harm. It's more so like, well, what's the point?
right, yeah. I'm already down here.
New Year's,
Like
New Year's is a few days away. Like, I'll start the second on January 1st. I can get back. Climb out of this hole I'm in, dust myself off,
all the other guys are
figure
gonna be
out.
up on the scales anyway, is what I would tell myself. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
ex- exactly.
like Eli's over
Yeah,
here like
yeah,
talking about soda. I'm like we're all down there
yeah.
now. Like,
Right. To me, it's like that's 2025 German's problem right here. Uh, it is what it is. It is what it is. That guy's gonna have to figure
bro.
all that out. So,
Oh
so
my gosh.
Monday, yeah. So Monday comes around, um, and I eat a little better. I feel, I'm like, and I'm kind of like just recovering Monday, Tuesday, New Year's Eve, eat some prime rib, mashed potatoes, and I'm like, okay,
Mm.
this is all right, fine.
This is a little better, like yeah.
And then Thursday was the last day of like this 2 week bender I'm on. I go I go out to Langer's, this like very famous deli
Sandwich spot,
downtown. Um, Best pastrami I've ever had. Um, we should go there. Like we need to go there
yeah.
because that place is like outrageous. So I go there, uh, and I have their number 19, which is like their most popular sandwich. And so I'm with Albert and another friend, and so we eat that. And my other friend says, "Hey, we should go to the we should go to the Apple Pan, get some pie." And it's like, all right.
Damn.
So we drive to the Apple Pan, and if you don't know the Apple Pan is considered uh, one of the great spots in LA. They have what's considered the best burger in LA, you know, according to the critics. So we go there. Albert had never been, so me and my other friend had gone. So we the three of us get apple pie. We get pie. I get banana cream, and they get like apple and whatever else. Um, Really good banana cream pie. We get some coffee.
Nice.
We look at and we look. I look at Albert. I'm like, Albert, you have to get a burger here. You can't come here and not get a burger.
Right, right. Look
And
at
mind you,
you.
the three of us are coming off of like eating a
The
big old
sandwich.
like pastrami sandwich.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I can tell in his face, like, no, this is too much, man. And I'm like, I'll eat half. I'll split it with you.
You're like, I'll help you. Yeah.
So we get
Oh.
half a burger, and that was the last. That was the last. Like, oh no, 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 no. So we eat half a burger, and the last like thing that I put on this mountain was Sunday, Papa John's at my mom's house, and it was just awful 2 week stretch, man.
Yeah. It was.
Just like God, what? Just I'll be this person in December 2025, and
Yeah.
maybe this is the only way like this is sustainable. And Lord willing, by the time we get to that, like we're gonna be like fit and skinnier.
Yeah. Slim and it won't be as bad. Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, this is awful. This is terrible, man.
It's just yeah.
But on
Oh,
the bright side, that's how we used to eat year round.
bro. That yeah, man. It's
And
just
that's the part that I was thinking. I was like, bro, like that was me, like
constantly.
on a random April like stretch.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
That's like, oh, there's like someone's birthday party this weekend, and then we're watching whatever game is on the next day, and then like just yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's dude, it's crazy. Yeah,
yeah,
man. We ended up eating on New Year's Day. We made tri-tip and then some ribs. Sam made some ribs
yeah.
and mashed potatoes. So it was like a like one of those meals, but even but it wasn't as bad as like the previous day where like oh dude the whole bag of hot Cheetos was
Right, right.
yeah
Yeah.
but yeah man it's crazy
There it is, man. That's how that's how it goes that over here. That's how we do it.
dude. I love that you're like that's 20 that's 2025 German's problem. Oh my gosh, dude. That's like when Jimmy Johnson called into the like to he's like, "Oh, we're gonna win the ball game" when they were going to the Super Bowl, and all the
Oh
Cowboys
yeah.
are like, "Well, bro, now we gotta we gotta cash the check that you wrote, bro. Damn, like that's you when you're eating the food. You're like, ah, like German will figure it out in a couple weeks.
I know. I'm writing these checks
Just a
and so
couple steps, you know."
oh and then Monday I go back to work. So I'm back into like my groove, taking my steps, and I'm just like, bro, that I'm like this is not it. Like next year, if I'm gonna eat like that, I need to
I need to map it
like
out, like just make like
well, I just need to sprinkle in some workouts. You know, like I,
yeah,
I just
yeah,
I just need to like if I'm gonna get crazy again, which I am, I just need to make sure I'm like going to the gym. Uh, I'm walking. I'm like doing something because
right, right,
like I played like I want to go play like with to the park with Jared like twice. And that's not enough. Like I need to go like 5 times or whatever over that
yeah,
stretch, 5 6 times to kind of just uh, not feel
yeah, man. Because there were some
like
days where like
I haven't walked.
I would, there were some days where like I would work out like on a Saturday morning, some
Yeah,
like lifting weights, but it's like, oh, it's not enough. It's like, bro, you got to like get those steps in and then maybe do something else. Just,
right. Yeah.
because it's, oh, yeah, man.
Over
Pickleball was
here.
fun with you last month. That was something,
Yeah, we played pickleball. Yeah, that was good.
I was terrible, but I was like, oh my gosh, dude, it was, bro, just the angles. I'm like, dude, how do they like? I'm over here launching the ball like 20 yards past like the out of bounds. I'm like, what? Oh, gosh,
Yeah.
crazy man. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I saw the glimpses of like I don't think man the last time I saw you in like a athletic competitive setting was I think
Mm.
that random time that we were playing basketball with you guys at the park and I was fouling like the crap out of my brother, Well, I was like
Yeah,
14 or
yeah.
15,
Right.
But just bro, just seeing like the change in your eyes, or also like Stephanie's like laying it on thick. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
dude, like am I in your head? I'm like, bro, what is going on here, dude? She's a menace too. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my
She
gosh,
she she talks a lot of crap.
dude, that.
Yeah, she talks a lot. Yeah.
Oh man, but that was fun. That was a good time. I totally see like the appeal. Tennis players chill out on the pickleball, bro. They're just living their lives, having a good time. Like just back off, bro. Y'all do you.
Yeah, yeah, tennis players are just
There's something else.
yeah, it's like nobody's saying it's
Yeah,
tennis.
like who? Like what?
Like you guys are the ones upset. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, dude.
It's you know what it reminds me of it reminds me of the guy who like doesn't watch college football, like the super hardo NFL guy who
Right,
like it's all about
right.
the NFL. And it's
Yeah,
like, well, college football sucks. Like those guys would never beat an NFL team. Like no
yeah,
one's saying that, bro. Like I don't like good for you. You prefer the NFL, but you don't have to crap on college football to make you feel better. Like, yeah, the NFL is great. Like no one is saying
yeah.
otherwise. Like calm down, bro. Like chill. Like, and there's so many like hardo NFL guys like that that
Yeah.
just or they'll do the like, oh, you see the ratings of the NBA, they're down. You're like, you don't have like we get
It's
it.
like
Football's super popular. We get it. Like,
yeah,
but
but
you're
it's also like the whole like the structures of like the systems themselves. Like, dude, like you know the NBA. We can get into this too because we were talking about this like in the chat, like the whole like NBA. But it's like, bro, they play multiple times a week. Odds are you're probably not gonna catch every game. Like what if you're comparing NBA to NFL? I don't
and
get it,
not every
dude.
game is as important because there's 82 of them
Exactly. Whereas
compared
like,
to
oh,
60
once a
teams.
week for the NFL, and you know, so and so's got to clinch the seed, and oh, like it's just come on, man.
Yeah.
It's apples and oranges here.
I think it's why it's but it's interesting because I think it's why you get like passionate NFL fans, but it's like, yeah, once a week. That's it. Like once a week, you just got to go all in,
Yeah.
and that's easy. But do it every day. It's different, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Hardo NFL guy and like tennis like snob are in the same lane. Like
They're
you
there.
don't like
Yeah.
like nobody is trying to take away from tennis. Like it's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
Tennis is a lot of fun. Just maybe to the some of us who weren't raised on it and don't know how to play, this is an easier avenue, and we'll just kind of take that route.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Dude,
it's
I have
insane.
a I have a buddy who plays collegiate tennis, and he had a teammate, and I don't know the details as far as like what went into this decision, but apparently this guy quit the college tennis team and became, because they have this, maybe you've seen it on TV, a professional pickleballer.
Really?
Yeah, and like the tennis, like the people around him were just like, oh, like how could like, and it's like, bro, like maybe someone offered him some nice money to go play pickleball professionally. I don't know, like let him live his life, bro. Like why are you
Yeah,
so like
yeah,
peanuts in a
and
wad over
maybe
here? It's like, dude,
he's
like just
cashing checks he probably would have never cashed in tennis.
yeah, dude, it's
Like,
just
dude, I
it's so
knew so
weird.
one of my cousins used to date this guy who played professional basketball in Europe.
Mm.
And tall, really tall guy. And I were talking to him. I was like young, and I was talking to him, or younger, much younger. And he was saying like, yeah, I played in, against um what was his name? Oh my God, it's gonna bug me that I don't remember his name. Tyson Chandler.
Okay.
Played for the Mavs, won a title with them, the Knicks, all that. And I was like, really? And so, he was telling me about him, and he's like, yeah, that guy is, because Tyson Chandler is like close to 7 feet, if not 7 feet. And he was telling me like, that guy isn't he isn't skilled, but he's just really tall and really athletic. And therefore that's why he was able to get to the NBA. Which checks out if you watch basketball, a lot of the centers, maybe not now because they're more skilled now, but in Tyson Chandler's time, like a lot of dudes were just really tall, and that was it. Like if you look at some of the centers that guarded Shaq when Shaq was with the Lakers, it was just like these giant like white guys that had no skill, but they just like, well,
Right, big, strong, and just
yeah,
bigger, stronger,
you can
athletic
stand
than
in
the average tall guy.
right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
you can stand in front of Shaq, right? All right, cool. Like,
yeah,
uh,
just
good luck,
yeah.
like, um, and so I was telling a friend, I remember after I was telling a friend, I'm like, oh, like, I know somebody that whatever, he played with them in overseas. And this person I was saying the story to were like, well, that guy can't be that good if he didn't make it to the NBA. And And I remember being like, I don't know, man. Like he has to be
You was there
someone.
in the flesh with him. Yeah, like he's like,
Like he played professional at some level. Like I don't know. Like he has to be somewhat good. Like he can't be like he's better than us.
yeah,
But there's so many people like that, and the pickleball tennis thing reminds me of stuff
yeah,
like that. That's like I don't like your disdain for it makes no sense at all.
yeah.
None. What's like it just it's weird. It's a weird thing that you have for against it. But yeah, yeah, man, it's strange. Um, you you're gonna have a new coach. Gerard Mayo got fired. Just to
Yes.
pivot a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, I'm shocked that the Crafts did that. Because it just seemed like Mayo was handpicked from the very beginning. But good for them. Good for Drake May, who's gonna get. Uh, they're
Hopefully,
saying
it's
Mike
like
Vrabel.
I
They're
know
saying that
that's yeah,
and that happens, and you guys kind of lucked out, which is gonna be interesting.
yeah. I hope it's Vrabel, man. Like, I don't know if you've seen the, but oh gosh, who was it talking to Julian Edelman? Someone was on Julian Edelman's pod, and they were
Yeah.
talking about just some of the pranks and stuff that would happen at the Patriots facilities. And Matt Light is one of them, like the O lineman, and Matt Light would do all these like crazy things where he would just like, I think he bought people like a bunch of like scratchers, like lotto ticket, like fake lotto tickets, and one of the guys thought he won the lottery, and it was insane. But they were saying
Yeah.
that Mike Vrabel was just like vicious, like tough guy, and like as I'm hearing the stories, I'm just like, and obviously you see him like with the Titans, like the success he had, but it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a football coach. I was like, that's how it should be, because I know like remember the whole like Tua like Brian Flores thing.
Right.
And it's like sometimes you do need someone that can put the pedal to the metal. So I think Rabel could do that for us.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
I was there's been idiots, and I'm looking at you, Eliza, who want Shanahan out. And the only guy that's acceptable to get rid of him for would be Vrabel. Um, but yeah, I just he's gonna be amazing wherever he goes. Because to think that this guy was making the playoffs with the Titans, he leaves and they're just like a complete mess. And you look at the Titans and you're like, you guys picked the like because they picked the GM over Vrabel. You're like, God, you guys are stupid, man. Like, what do you? And now their GM got fired. And it's just like, what are you guys doing? Yeah, just
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense at all. I was gonna ask you. Uh, I know we're trying to get our guy Garrick on the pod again. Um, I listened to his album.
Hmm.
It was a good album.
Yeah.
It was
It was
really
good.
good.
Yeah, dude. Did you?
Like
I really like the.
his
Go ahead. Go ahead.
his growth from the
Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Relevant to this, I was like, oh my God. Like this is like I know people say they work on their craft, but this was like no, this guy like works on his craft. Like this guy
Yeah.
cares and
Yeah.
gives a crap about the stuff he does. And I was listening to it on my way home. I don't know what day it was, but and I was like, dude, this is really good. This is like man. And so yeah, I can't wait to I was gonna text him, but I'm like, I want to tell him like well, I mean, not face to face, but just I want to like see his reaction because
Right, right.
as a supporter of his and as a fan of his, because we want our peeps to do good. I'm like, dude, this is like I was listening to it like just smiling, just happy, like, dude, this is good, man.
Yeah.
This is like good stuff, and like you could tell like like
He
there was
put time
thought
in. He put a lot
behind
of
it.
time in. Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's thinking about everything he's saying. Like very like so good, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember when
I
he
enjoyed that.
told me I think at the end of the summer he had told us cuz we would invite him out like to shows and like have him like hop on with us and stuff
Yeah,
and he was like, "Oh, he's like going into the summer and he's like I'm going to take a little break from like the live performance or like not as much. And he's like, "Yeah, we're going to be working on some some new projects, some new ideas, going to be in the studio a lot." And so I'm thinking like, all right, like it makes sense, cool, like
yeah,
um
yeah,
that's a good idea, especially like in the fall and winter time, like gigs do slow down as far as like the outdoor stuff. People do like to be inside more. And so he was like, yeah, I'm gonna take some time off, work on some music with Tommy, and then drop some projects. And then too, because he's like, we're also gonna like just try to do some shows outside of here. And then he rolls out the like this is still not a tour stuff. And of course it's pretty much a tour. Like I know he's saying it's not a tour, but like it's a tour. Like we're doing shows like LA, Oxnard, like Santa Cruz, all over the place. So
right.
and with the new album, so I'm just like, dang, that's pretty dope, man. But yeah, I reposted it, and he was like, hey man, he's like, thank you for sharing, and then he was like, which ones, like, what tracks do you like, and I like that he asked that because he was like, oh, like which ones did you dig. And I told him, oh, I like like Vince Scully was cool, Chris Paul, and then I forgot which one else I named. And then he told me the guys that were producing and making the beats on that. And
Yeah,
it's a mix of like new guys because with him, like he looks at it as almost like each track is it's like a collaboration with a new guy,
right.
almost like, so he's got two or three by the same guy and then two or three by a different guy, and then one dark horse beat where he's like, oh yeah, like my friend made this one beat and I threw it on there. So each song has like a new approach, and that's what's cool
Yeah,
about like the beat making aspect with some of these guys. I mean, with all of them, because everyone has their own process, and there's no there's no right or wrong. Like we were at
yeah,
one of Gary's listening parties, and one of the guys that was there only uses a certain kind of software to make his beats, and it's a kind of software that if you're like a what's the word I'm looking for? If you're a guy that does things like quote unquote like by the book, you might have this other software that's like the go to.
mm,
And the first guy's like, yeah, I use a software because it's what I learned how to make the beats on, and it's all I know. I have my process for how to use it, and it's what works for me. And so I'm
yeah,
listening, and I'm like, what? And this guy might not play any instruments, whereas the next guy's like, yo, I do some samples, I play some instruments, and I use this software. And
right,
so there's all
right.
kinds of different ways to get downtown. And so with Garrick, he's like, when I choose these different guys, he's like, they just have their different approaches, and I might really like the beat they're using, and it might be a really cool sample. But yeah, when I heard it, I was like, oh my gosh,
That was really good.
yeah, man. Shout out to Garrick. Check out 97. Check him out on Spotify. It's everywhere, but 97.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He's yeah, yeah. That was super cool. It was super cool to hear that and be like, man, like that's like it's the kind of stuff like, and we've hit on this a few times, like just like the people that make hobbies, and I think whenever you're supporting and one of your friends is doing stuff and you want to be helpful, you want to be a fan, you want to be supportive, uh, and I've never met Garrick face to face, but I like to think we're friendly, maybe friends,
Right.
maybe.
Right.
Um, but it is one of those things that, sometimes people do stuff and you want to be supportive and sometimes you're like, I don't know if this is good. Like I want to be your friend,
Right,
I want
right.
to be your fan, but when something is good, it's like, yeah, dude, I will gladly share this because it's good stuff. And
Yeah,
that's how I feel about that's how I felt about Garrick's album. Like I was like smiling listening to it because it was good, but it was just like I enjoyed the music, but it was a good album. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
and that's the part that like I'm driving. I'm like, dude, that is sick, man. Like this is
yeah,
like the stuff that like you feel proud as a friend to support and get behind because
yeah.
uh sometimes people make crappy products and you're just like, I guess I have to support you because like
You're like, damn, I
you're
guess
my
my boy. Yeah,
friend.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're like,
you know, like,
bro.
you dip strawberries into chocolate. They're not that great, but you're my friend, so I guess I gotta
Oh,
I
dude.
guess what I gotta do. But and it's awesome because I feel like we have a good circle of dudes that are doing good work. Like Angel does really good
Right.
work. And anytime he posts stuff, it's like, yeah, I have no qualms about liking this or sharing this because it's good quality work that is being put out there. Um, and and even like Albert started doing some logos, design, and stuff like that, and
Oh,
his
dang.
stuff
Okay.
looks super clean and really good. And so all that stuff that it's just like, man, this is cool that people are doing this and promoting this.
They're getting it. You know.
Yeah, because I've
Yeah,
seen
man.
like because I've seen like people who like, hey, support, my cousin's page, and like their cousin is selling like randomness, without getting too specific. Uh, and you're just like, or you'll get hey, can you share this? Like, can you support it? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't like, I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. You're like,
Like
oh
I'll
man.
follow you, but I mean, don't ask me to share anything, man. Come on.
Right. I'm not
But,
delivering like an acceptance speech for like oh my gosh.
uh, but it's just, yeah, dude. It's so yeah, it's so tough. It's tough to find that. But anyway, I just was super like excited to hear that
Yeah.
to hear his album and be like, dude, this is
And the
sick.
concept, I love that he always comes with a concept like for his albums.
Yeah,
Like when he explained it to me, I was just like, oh, dude. And then when he first talked about like Mr. Irrelevant, where he's like, there's a scheme behind it, and the whole
yeah,
theme of each tune and the different phases and eras of it,
yeah,
and I was like, man, that's sick.
yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to have him soon. We I know bro, we were playing like DM tags. That's another thing about the holidays. Like just like if it's not people that are like physically in your vicinity, it's just like
Yeah,
trying to get
because
together,
you were like
trying to
super
plan
busy
stuff. Yeah, dude.
because Garrick
I
was like, I'm down this day. I'm like, I'm good. You're like, oh, I
I'm
can't.
like, bro, I can't
What
do
about
that day
this
this
day?
time.
Like, no. And you're like, bro, like
Yeah, no, that's rough,
that's when
man.
I had to apply a little pressure and just be like, David,
No,
quit. They
bro,
quit
bro,
the
bro. Eli's the one I heard on the room. He's like, hey, since you fired him, I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, dude. Eli's like Mr. Burns plotting. He's like, excellent, good, good. He's like, now I can be on the pod.
bro,
Bro.
bro.
Oh,
Yeah, Eliza's like the Eliza is what Fox News blames CNN of doing and what CNN blames Fox News of doing,
dude,
where
it's
they
like,
just
bro,
like twist. And he's
it's
like,
like,
I never
because
said that, bro.
also
Like what?
like, because I know he's joking, but like he's suggesting he's like, hey, like let me be on the pod. And it's like, bro, we know you don't want to be on the pod. We've asked you like you just like being asked, huh? And it's like, bro, stop even like suggesting it if you're not gonna come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, because
But
he
he'll be
does that with
there.
pickleball all the time. Like, oh, you're not inviting me to pickleball, and
When you
anytime I
talk
invite him to
about pickleball,
pickleball,
yeah.
He's like,
He's like,
oh no,
nah. He's like, how dare you? Like,
I can't.
dude. I and
Yeah.
then Angel was like, what? He got fired. I'm like, bro, like, oh man. That was go. I was reading that and I was like, hold up, I need to check in. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's funny because um, Harry will get like that. Harry will be like, "Oh, you fired me?" And like, no, it's just I don't like. There's just no baseball right now. What do you want from me?
Right. It's like also
I'm
you're like, bro,
sorry.
it's the day after Christmas. Like, what do you mean? Like, like
Right.
relax. Like going out with
I,
your kids, bro. You're like
yeah,
you're
for
like,
real,
we're
bro.
not doing the pod right now. Like it's relaxed. Like oh
I was. He was. I've been tweeting about college football as I've gotten. Uh, so I've
you've
always
been watching.
casually,
Yeah.
very casually, I've watched my whole life, and over the last 2 3 years, uh, still very casual. But I watch a lot more, pay more attention, and I understand the conferences a little better, the coaches, culture, things like that, and it's a lot
Right.
of fun. I love it. It's so much fun. But I by no means like am like your college football guy. By no means.
Right.
So I don't talk about it on the pod because I'm not I don't feel like I am adequate enough to do it. And so I if I don't feel like I can fully talk about it, I don't like to go for it unless I'm talking with somebody that I know. Uh,
Can show you like a little bit, like lay it out and
right.
yeah.
Uh, and so Harry like loves college football, which I didn't know. And he's like, "Hey, you watch college football too?" And I'm like, "Well, very casually, like, uh, like I'm tweeting, but it's fun. It's fun to tweet about this stuff. But I
Right.
mean, I'm not like dialed in on who's like hitting the transfer portal or any of that.
Right. Who got fired and what coach is getting hired
Yeah,
now and yeah.
yeah. I'm just watching
Nick
whatever's
Saban
on
said this
Saturday.
about who, and someone's throwing shade as an analyst. It's like, weren't you coaching there, bro? Like, yeah, like,
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, dude, I love college football. We should do a pod." And I'm just like, I mean, I don't like. I'll talk to yeah, like I'll interview you about college football, but I don't know if I don't know if I would want to hear myself talk about college football. I don't know if I have like thoughts like that on the games week to
right,
week. Although it's starting to click a little bit. Like my little brother and I have been like picking the games, like who's right and Notre
right,
Dame, Georgia. He's like, "Oh, I got Georgia. Georgia's gonna stomp them." Like, nah, I got Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's gonna beat them because I don't trust their quarterback. Their defense is really good, and Notre Dame, and blah blah. And sure enough, that's what happened. And because at the end of the day, it's still football, and so
right.
it's gonna boil down to football. So yeah, but it's just yeah, college football's fun, dude. Like I don't know where I was going with that, but
No,
yeah, I
yeah, it
enjoy it.
is. Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
realize just how much fun it is week to week.
yeah.
I understand now the people who enjoy it more than the NFL. I get it.
Right. Like the difference in culture is it's pretty evident, and like how they go about it. So yeah, man. Because like like I'm a USC guy. I've been to a couple games. You went to a game, and I'm sure you saw, and that's also like that's USC like when they're bad, like But even
Right. Yeah.
then, like the love and like the unity there, dude,
And just
it's crazy.
people care.
Yeah,
You know, like I think that's the thing
yeah,
that to me people care and in professional sports, I saw with the 49ers. The Niners were eliminated after the Rams game pretty much on that Thursday night. And I know a few 49er fans that were like, "Yeah, I'm not watching the rest of the year." What for? And I'm just like, What? Like this is your team. Like you don't care. Like what are you talking? Like what? Like, yeah, I don't even like. I'm not watching. And in college football, it just doesn't happen. Like you had like Michigan had like the year from hell pretty much. And everyone's like, yeah, we beat Ohio State. And
Right.
everyone was like all in. They play Alabama, they beat out like and everybody was like, yeah, like we're
Yeah.
and it's like, dude,
Yeah.
that's sick. Like that's
I
awesome.
also like that because they're like they're schools, right? So people go there. You
Mm.
might not even be like a big football person, but if
It's a
if you
school,
went to
yeah.
USC, you're like, dude, I'm still showing pride for my school, bro. I'm gonna, I got a sweater somewhere. I'm gonna go to the game. Oh, someone's got tickets for the game. Like, I'm there, bro. I'll
Right.
be fighting on, throw an elbow at like a Nebraska fan or something. Just like, just dude,
Yeah.
it's great, man.
Yeah,
Because even when
bro.
we
Like,
went to the campus and we were there with Aaron's frat and his buddies, me and Aaron, like, we play football. We understand the game, but
yeah.
after chilling with some of his buddies, I'm like, I don't know if all these guys are actually into football. They're just here to support the school, and the team happens to be an
Right.
extension. So it's like they're there. They're gonna show up. They're gonna support. You know, and I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because in the NFL, it is a little more. It's like you have to be there if you enjoy the game. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
versus like
Yeah.
the camaraderie and the school spirit. That's the main thing that like college football fans like. Oh, it's like the school spirit shines through when you're it's college football.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and people do care
Yeah.
because like with the USC, it's like we knew it wasn't a good season, but people will still to still show up and support.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Yeah. 100%. I get you. Um, yeah, man. It's all it's it's all it's all good stuff. I need you to watch Landman. I need you to watch that because it's a really good
Landman, you said
show.
Landman. Let me see.
Yeah. Uh, part of it is like some of it is like over the top in terms of like how unrealistic some of it is. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Bats TV in general, but it's such a good show. Um, you should watch it. It's
Is it
good.
a new show? Like how? Because I know you
Uh huh.
suggested it. Like in the chat.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good show. It's a new show. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Landman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have one more thing for you. I saw Carry On Netflix. The It's a
Carry on.
movie with Jason Bateman, the guy from what's that movie?
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I've seen. He's in a bunch of movies. Yeah.
the dudes of the dudes
Like
that wear
like horrible.
suits.
Is it Horrible Bosses too? Is he in that movie or
Yeah, yeah,
something else?
yeah. So it's
Okay.
that guy, and it's also the dude from the suits, the British dudes, the agents that have the suits and they have like all
Yeah.
this technology.
Kingsman. Kingsman.
Kingsman, the Kingsman. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I saw it, and I was talking to Robert about it, and he's like, "Oh, have you seen that movie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I've seen it." And then he's like, Did you like it?" I'm like, "Yeah, like, it was cool." And he's like, "What'd you think of it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was fine. It was a fun turn off your brain movie. It's a fun time, whatever." And he said, so I'm like, he's like, what would you rate it? And I'm like, I'm like a 6.5, because I'm grading it like in the list of like the greatest movies ever.
Right.
Not greatest movies ever, but I'm giving it a real grade.
Right.
And so it's a fun movie.
And we talked about like the whole rating system with movies. It's kind of weird, like the way people
Yeah. And
pump them
and
up.
I'm like, what would you rate it? And he's like, oh, I'd give it an 8. It was a great movie. And I'm like, an 8? And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, it was a fun movie. And so we were saying the same thing, and it was just like our rating system was off.
Yeah.
And I was like, we need to like start rating thing movies specifically and like
Yeah.
action movies specifically. Like we need to rate them very differently. Because like I saw I don't know if you've seen The Beekeeper. The Beekeeper is with Jason Statham or what's his name? Uh
Statham,
Statham. Yeah.
that the action guy, the hey, that guy, like
Yeah. Yeah. And he plays a beekeeper who happens to be like this agent and he like
of course he
kills a
does.
people,
That's
whatever.
sounds like a Jason Statham movie. Yeah.
Um and it's a fun turn off your brain movie. And that's what Carry On is. Fun, turn off your brain, and whatever. Just enjoy it for what it is. Don't look too much into it. Don't like you
Right.
know get
Right.
to
We're not handing
don't
out any Oscars for this. Like just
yeah,
just
don't
enjoy it.
overthink it. Just
Yeah.
enjoy it. Let your passing time. And we need to like kind of like have a rating system specific. Like this is an 8 for an action movie. This is a 5 for an action movie. Because if we're talking action movie, then it's a 7.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna go in because when he said 8, I'm like, okay, well then I don't give it a 6. I give it a 4 then. Like, because in terms
Right.
of like I don't know, like this movie would be I would if someone said, hey, would you rather watch this or this? This movie would like I would you would have to present me with something awful for me to be like, yeah, okay, I'll watch Carry On again.
Right. Right.
So
It's like when we did like the Gladiator thing. It's like Gladiator wasn't like terrible. Like we enjoyed some of it, and it's like yeah, like it was cool. Like we're not over here like trashing it. Like we're not giving like 1 out of 10. But it's like I'm not buying that on Blu-ray, bro, to keep like forever. You know, like it's not.
right. Yeah, if you meet Denzel, you're not like, oh man, I love doing
I love doing
Gladiator,
Gladiator
man.
too. It's like, well, you do know like all his other movies exist, right? Like just like you mentioned that over Training Day or like
You
Man
know
on Fire, bro.
what would be funny? A funny way to like troll celebrities would be to like tell them you love the stuff like what some of their worst
Yeah,
stuff, and you're just like, dude, I loved you, and you're like, did you like? Are you like trolling me right now?
dude.
Like, what's or you tell a singer like, hey man, my favorite song of yours is this, and it's
It's
like
like
their
a deep
worst
cut
song.
from like their unreleased demo that they just happened to put on SoundCloud like years ago. And you're like, what? Like, hey, some actors like that though. Not like if it's like a bad thing, but like so John Boyega, he was the guy in Star Wars, and he had done some smaller movies before he got Star Wars, but even before those small movies, I think he'd done like a few random episodes of like I think it was like Law and Order or CSI, one of those kind of shows. And so John Boyega, like he's a pretty good actor, and he's like, I actually like when fans remember those things because it's like I've always felt like I've been like deserving of like getting these better roles, and so for me to be in a show that small and for to have come a long way, he's like,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool, and people have kept in touch since then, like where they saw me in a show and they thought, oh, that guy was pretty good. Let me keep. But it's like, but with Denzel, it's like, bro, he's like Gladiator. Like, come on, bro. Like,
No, but it's like if you say no, but if you tell them my favorite movie of yours is blank, like, and it's
right, yeah,
that's when it's like that can be your favorite. Like, what are you
right,
talking?
right.
Like, or your best role was this? You're like, that was my best role. Like, what are you like? What are you
You're like,
talking about?
I had 2 lines in that commercial, bro. Relax, like like
I loved you in the Burger King commercial, man. You were amazing.
dude,
Like,
dude,
bro,
going to Joe Namath for his like health insurance commercials now or whatever he's in these days. I'm
right?
like, or like hearing
Or be
aids. It's like forget the
or
Super Bowl,
telling
bro. That hearing
or
aid
telling
commercial.
telling JJ Watt like, hey JJ, I loved you in Arizona, man. Some of your
Oh,
best
right,
years
right,
were in
right.
Arizona, and he'd be like, shut up.
He's
Like,
like,
what are you talking about?
he's like, I was batting down passes in Houston, bro. Come on, like, oh my gosh.
Oh man,
Yeah, that's.
that'd just be a funny way to draw people, man.
Oh man.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you have a final thought?
Let me. I might. Let me check my little database.
Okay.
Mm, where is it? Oh,
Checking the dad.
kind of random, but I know it. Like I'm like months late because we talked about like all like the head injury to his stuff. But have you seen that clip of Kyle Rudolph talking about when he got a concussion during a game and just his experience and like the way they go about it? Like just
No,
dude, it's insane. So they were playing the Bears, I think. Someone hits Kyle Rudolph, and when he got up, he's like, I was like, dang, he got me. I think it might have been like Lance Briggs if he was still playing at the time. He's like, but yeah, someone laid into me, like just you know. I walked to the sideline, or he went the rest of the series, and he was like on autopilot, and he's like, I can't remember the plays, I can't, but I was in the right spot, I ran the right routes, but just out there.
that's good.
Comes off to the sideline, and I think it was either his backup or some guy hands him a beanie. And he's like, "Here, man." Like, and he's like, "Why are you handing me this beanie?" And they're like, "This is your beanie, like that you wear." And so he's just like, and so at that point, his backup is like, um, "Holy crap!" Like this guy. So at that point, they call the head trainer, and they call him Rudy, Kyle Rudolph, Rudy for Rudolph, but. They start getting word and they're like, hey, like you got to come talk to Rudy, bro. Like he's kind of. So they're like, all right. Oh, and but when he's telling the story, Kyle says he's like, this game was the Sunday after Thanksgiving, so it tells you what month it is. So the trainer asks him, "Hey, all right." He's like, "Do you know what month it is?" And he says October. And he's like, "Do you know who we're playing? Like right now? Do you know what team we're playing?" And he goes, and he shakes his head, and he's like, and the way he says it, he's like I was there,
Oh,
but I had no. He's like, "Oh, they don't know who we're playing." All right. So doesn't know who they're playing. Says it's October. Doesn't. So he's just like, yeah. So they send him to the locker room. They're checking him out, and the doctors there, like they do the whole protocol, and they ask him, all right, well, like we're gonna send you home. Do you have anyone that can look after you, um, the rest of the night? And he's like, yeah, I'm rooming with Harrison Smith, their safety. Not knowing that Harrison Smith was on the table next to him, also getting checked out for concussion protocol. So he has like no idea. Like he's like,
oh
his
my
then his
God.
then girlfriend is like, yeah, she took care of him. But he said that once they were done with the protocol test, before he got undressed, all the memories, like the month, the team they were playing, it all came rushing back. And he still wanted to play. So he went, he's like, no, I remember. He's like, it's the Sunday after Thanksgiving. We're playing the Bears, blah, blah, blah. We ran these plays. And they're like, nah, bro, you're done. Like, go, like, you are out of the game.
Right. What?
I've never experienced, I never had a concussion when I played. I had a few teammates that did, but I never talked to them.
Yeah.
But dude, that threw me for a
That
loop. I was just like, holy crap,
is.
if that's how it is. So it's still crazy that two is like, I'm not wearing a Guardian Cup. I still want to play. I'm like, bro, go home. Go home, dude. Like, just Tyreek wants to leave anyway. Tua, go home,
Yeah.
bro. Pack it up.
Right. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. You're a multi-millionaire now, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But dude, that was a trip. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah. That's
I
crazy.
cannot imagine.
Yeah.
So that's my
Dude.
final thought for y'all.
Yeah. Check your heads. Be careful out there.
Yeah.
Um, my final thought is actually football related too. based on something I just saw. And so I'm a big fan of the teams that are supposed to win. Like I don't root for the underdog unless I like the team or the players or
Or the
like I
coach,
whatever.
shout out to the
Yeah,
Chargers and Harbaugh.
right, right. But for the
I
most
see
part,
you.
unless I hate the team, like I want the team that's supposed to win to win. I want Goliath to win because I think that's to me it's more impressive to be Goliath than it is to be Cinderella. Like it's why when the Niners sucked all those years, I wanted the Patriots to win because I just think that's like incredible to see a dynasty.
Right,
Uh
the dominance of it and how they go about it and cultivate it.
yeah,
Right.
because to
Mhm.
me it's harder to be the Patriots who go perfect in the season than it is to be the Giants who get hot over the month. Like it's just to me
Yeah.
it's just harder, and I just would love to
It's hard
see
to
that.
stay at the top. That's the thing. It's hard to stay at the top.
Yeah, yeah. And so I was watching this thing, this like pregame show thing, and they were talking about Alabama and the season Alabama had post Nick Saban, and and one of the guys was saying that I was like, dude, like that's crazy. Because again, I watch very casually, and they were talking about the loss they had to Vanderbilt and how they lost to Vanderbilt, and they showed and everyone I think has seen the clip by now of like the the player from Vanderbilt being like, and Alabama's next, they're gonna find out what it is to be in the SEC, blah blah blah. And then Jalen Hurts is like, well, yeah, he's right. We are technically we're next. Like we play them next, and then they like beat them like
Yeah, I remember.
like
Yeah, like from years ago, right? Is that one?
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
think like yeah.
They beat the brakes off of them, and it's
Demolished
just
them.
like,
Yeah.
and so I was watching that, and so the guy on TV was saying how like Alabama in all their time with Nick Saban never lost to Vanderbilt, and I was just like, okay, like cool, like so. But his point was Nick Saban had his Alabama team so locked in that even when they played a Vanderbilt, which would be like a take it easy game or a game where you don't have to like be as locked in because you're looking ahead to a Georgia and LSU or whatever,
Right.
they always took care of business versus Vanderbilt. And he was saying that was his that was his biggest the biggest difference between Alabama now and Alabama before is how locked in they were week in and week out. And so Manti Te'o comes out and he's talking about the time he played Alabama in the national championship game. And he's saying,
Mm,
like they're getting ready to go and they're all pumped up but
I've seen
they
that
were
clip.
technically the home team for that game. So they had to wait for Alabama to come out first. And so they're coming
Yeah,
off the tunnel and they stopped them. Like, hey, Alabama has to go first.
they're coming through.
And he was saying like they're all like loud and like let's go, blah blah. And then so they hear like two thumps or whatever, and Alabama comes out, and their big old linemen come out, and they're just like and they're like their
With their
stomachs are
bellies
hanging
hanging
out,
out, dude. Jerseys like
and they're
folded up
just
under. Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
and they're just running, and they're just like yeah. And he said that everybody behind him just had their eyes all wide, and he's like, that's when I knew it was gonna be a long day. And
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that is sick to just
It's yeah. Yeah.
like because everybody roots for David, everybody roots for Cinderella, but it's like man, like to stay at the top for so long requires so much work, so much discipline, and it's just in moments. Notre Dame before they even got to the field, they had lost. And so the final thought is really just an appreciation for people, for the teams that week in and week out are just staying at the top.
That
There's
maintain
no
the high
let up.
standards.
Yeah, and it's just like, dude, like that is amazing, man. That is like next level dedication, next level like follow through. Like no matter what, you're sticking to you and what you've built. And I was like, dude, that is sick. And Matt Teitel, good TV guy. Who would have thought?
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, yeah. That story, I saw that story like yesterday, I think, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
sick. That's
Because he's
sick.
also like, he's like, dude, he's like, I noticed that everyone behind me was quiet. Like all my teammates
Yeah,
were. He's like, you could hear a pin drop behind us, behind me, after you watched Alabama walk out.
yeah.
I, have you seen that clip of Nick Saban like talking to like I think it's like a reporter or someone's interviewing him, and they show clips of him like yelling at players, like in practice,
Yeah.
and the late interviewing is like, um, he's like you're kind of hard on people sometimes, you know. And no, and Nick, I love how Nick he responds. He's like, I don't think that's fair. He's like, I don't think I'm being hard on them. He's like, when we're at Alabama, he's like, and he doesn't say I. He says we have a standard for how we do things.
Right.
And he says,
Yeah.
and so if you don't buy in, if everyone doesn't buy in, he's like, then we're gonna fail.
Right.
And so then he also says, he's like, that's just how we do it. And if you're not like, he's like, basically says he says like, he's like, hard workers don't like mediocre people, and mediocre people don't like hard workers. So he's like, if you're not there to buy into that standard, he's like, you've got to go.
Yeah.
And you would see it all those years because they would just do that. It was insane, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That
the thing
Alabama
too, and
run.
because Ken, here's the thing too. Sure, I remember there's been a couple national championships where like you get a somewhat small school. It's still Division One, but a TCU maybe going to now, and they get the brakes beaten off of them.
Right. Right.
And I totally get that. There are small schools that sure don't have the same funding, the same programs. Notre Dame is not a small school. Notre Dame is so it's like for there to be that much of a difference, a discrepancy between like that's all culture and just mantra in the players and the coaches themselves. If
Yeah.
you're like if you're if you're even like Colorado like these days going to play like an
Right.
I get it, bro. You're just now arriving into that era where you're like a power five, like with all the funding and stuff. But
Right.
Notre Dame, y'all are grandfathered in, bro. That's not an excuse.
Yeah. You're blue bloods, bro.
Yeah, you've been there. You were like a USC rival. That's why, bro. When USC played Alabama like all those years ago, like in the AT&T Stadium,
Oh
and there
yeah.
was
Yeah.
that much of a difference. And yeah, and they come out crawling and they're all cute. And it's like, bro, like, can we get back to focusing on football, bro? Like, I forget all the like the cute stuff and like, oh yeah, your tape job looks nice, bro. Like, can you guys play football again? Like, let's just get
Right.
back to football, bro.
Yeah.
And it,
Yeah.
yeah, man, the power of belief, dude. It's just crazy.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah,
It's such a that Alabama run is incredible. Just the mindset and everything else. There was Marcellus Wiley. They had asked him about the Pats when he was on the radio, and he was saying that because he played for that like super talented Chargers team,
mm-hmm.
and he said playing for against the Patriots. He said it was weird because you would look at the rosters and you would think like, oh, dude, like we're beat like we should beat these guys by like 21.
Right.
And he said, and you would play the game, and you never felt like they were better, they were more athletic, that they were stronger.
Yeah.
But then you would look up at the end of the game, and you're how do we lose?
Yeah.
And he was just saying like, you know, that their mindset when they would play New England was just different. Like they wouldn't flinch. New England never flinched, and it's what made them like unstoppable.
Yeah.
And like, dude, that's sick. Like
And
that's
that
like
says something about like the whole. I know we talk about like coaching trees, but
right,
it's like
right.
Saban and Belichick, like bro, they have that history, and they, dude, because I remember like I've said it on the pod too, but there were many times where like Bill would trade somebody, right? Whether it's like an
Right.
aging O
Right.
lineman or and whoever he would bring in next would do like just as good a job, and the team would be fine for the most part. I just
Yeah.
I'm like bro, we had like I remember like watching like Rob Ninkovich play like like defensive end, and I'm like, and this guy's not like spectacular, but he does his
Right.
job. Like they all buy in, and it's like what like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it
There was
checks out
never.
because now you're hearing the stories of like how Brady was in practice, and it's like, dude, everyone's getting it.
Yeah.
Like Bill's digging into Brady, like everyone, the O linemen,
Yeah.
everybody.
I'm glad Brady and Bill are good.
Yeah,
Like, because they've done like podcasts together and stuff. And Brady's talked about Belichick, and it's just like all love, all admiration, respect. As because Belichick has talked about Brady, and I'm like, I'm glad. I'm glad these two guys like are on the same page. Robert Kraft was a clown at the end, and he wants to get all the credit and whatever. But I'm glad these two dudes are like. I'm glad they both understand like what we had was special and one of a kind, and it'll never be replicated. And let's like enjoy that and live on the legacy
yeah,
that will live forever. Because that Brady Belichick combo is like, I don't, I mean, I know like Mahomes, people are on Mahomes' corner, but I just, and I think that's probably gonna become the next LeBron and Jordan thing, where if you grew up watching Brady like we did, doesn't matter what Mahomes does, Brady will always be the GOAT. And then if you're, I don't know, newer generation, and all you know is Mahomes your GOAT, and that's probably what's going to be. But yeah, I remember brain fart Andy Reid. I remember that guy. So uh, don't ever tell me that guy's a better coach than Bill Belichick. So that's what
dude.
I'm at.
Did you see? I haven't seen it, but I saw like a tweet, but it's like I think someone was asking Bill about like the Mayo firing, and Bill's just like, yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. Like he's kind of like trashing the Pats a little bit. He's kind of like, yeah, like he's like, y'all wanted to get rid of me and do your thing. He's like,
Yeah, he's like
we'll see.
He's like Robert Kraft didn't talk to me.
Yeah. I'm like, what, dude? Like bro. Bill said, I'm on to North Carolina. That's what he said.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So he's like, y'all do you.
That's funny. Cool.
Dude.
Well, this was fun, and we'll do it next week as well, and I will reach out to Garrick. So listen to his album 97 out now. Listen to your album, because your album is really good too, and we talked about it. We're waiting for KB to jump on so we can talk more in depth
Yes.
about that one. Anything to plug?
No, not at the moment. The start of the year is always a lot of like emails and just looking kind of beyond.
A lot of flirting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. So I'll talk to you later. And thanks everybody. That's the pod. Thank you to David. Thank you to Angel. Thank you to Triumph. And I'll talk to you again on Wednesday with Christian World View Wednesdays. And this week, we'll have 3 pods this week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if you enjoy, and you can listen to this pod anywhere you get your pod. So please rate, review, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Arrows Up, and on YouTube, the Arrows Up YouTube channel. I will be back again Wednesday, Christian World View Wednesdays, with an edition of Stewardship. So stay tuned for that one. So with that said, let's do the sign off, shall we? We'll do Hala Madrid, even though we got destroyed versus Barcelona. A team that's very arrogant, and I'll have a whole thing on them on Friday. But arrogant team, deserve to lose. And they've been arrogant ever since they won the UCL. They've been arrogant ever since Mbappe came. They've been arrogant for a while. And you just have to look at the way Vinny has played, his actions on the field, to tell you that. And so this team needs to humble themselves. It's not a let's look deep and what's going on. It's just you just gotta treat everybody and play every team professionally and try your best. And I think just because you wear the white jerseys and the Real Madrid logos on your chest, it doesn't mean that everybody's going to be afraid of you. Just because your lineup has Mbappe and Vini and whoever else, it doesn't mean that the teams are going to be like, well, I guess why do we even play? I guess we suck. And so, yeah, do better. Hala Madrid. Glory, glory, Man United. We beat Arsenal. God, I love Bruno Amorim. We're so back. I'll see you again after our next game. But glory, glory, Man United. And let's go Lakers, even though it's a weird time in LA with all the fires. And, you know, hopefully it all gets taken care of soon, and hopefully our stupid leadership isn't so stupid. And, you know, anybody and everybody that's affected, you know, praying for you guys, and hopefully, well, I believe something good always comes out of anything, because that's the type of God that I believe in. So, yeah, praying for everyone there. But yeah, the Lakers hadn't played in a while. Played today versus the Spurs and got destroyed by 24. We'll see how it turns out for the Lakers this season. But let's go Lakers. Viva la Máquina, who didn't have a good start, lose their first game, but still a long season ahead of us. And that's it. That's the only shout-outs that I have, because baseball's still not here and football is no longer here, at least not for me. So yeah, so I'll talk to you later. Until next time. Canelo, I guess, is fighting Bud Crawford. I'll talk to David about that. I think he's gonna fight Jake Paul sooner than later. I think we're nearing the end of Canelo, where we talk about him as a boxer. I think we're entering into Canelo just doing these things just to cash checks. I mean, he's been doing it just to cash checks for a while, but seriously, just to cash checks. I think we're entering that, and I don't think as a Canelo fan I'm ready for that, but this is what we're at. So enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe, and until next time, for the Arizona Podcast, this is German. See you later. The Arizona Podcast is brought to you by Triumph Protective Coatings, a flooring company that specializes in epoxy flooring and concrete resurfacing systems. They speak Spanish. They're in the LA area, and they are an amazing company to work with. They have awesome customer service, and they give you honest quotes with great work, and I couldn't recommend them enough. So if you use the promo code ARROWSUP, you get a 15% off on your next project. So call them, reach out to them. You can find them on the internet, triumphcoatingsca.com, and you can request a free quote and all that fun stuff. You can follow them on Instagram, triumph_coatings, and they do speak Spanish, and they do great work, like I said. So check them out. Promo code ARROWSUP, 15% off your next project.